With more, I want to bring in presidential historian Allan Lichtman. He's in Bethesda, Maryland this morning. Allan, good morning to you. What surprises you the most about this?
Nothing surprises me about this. Look, there's only two things you can conclude from this, and they're both devastating to Trump. Either his entire narrative as to why he should be president and why he is a competent individual is a lie. He is the worst businessman in history, losing incredible amounts of money on all his businesses, and that is then reflected in the incompetence of his presidency. Or, in fact, these losses are all ginned up, they're not real, and then he's a crook. Then he is engaging in one of the gravest and greatest schemes of tax evasion in the history of the country. Those are the only two things that you can conclude from these returns. Now, Trump claims they're all fake news. He can very easily prove it simply not by releasing his tax returns. All he has to do is release those two lines at the bottom which say how much he's paid. If this is fake news, let Donald Trump prove it's fake news. He could do so in an hour.
Allan, is there anything here that is illegal, or does it show us that he's really good at gaming the system?
Look, I'm not a lawyer, but I'll give you my opinion. I think it is absolutely illegal to claim business expenses for your personal lifestyle, for your hair, for photographs. I think it is blatantly illegal to pay your children as consultants when they are also employees of the supposed business for which they are consulting, and then deduct that as a business expense. I think, in my humble view, and I'm not a lawyer, those things are blatantly illegal. I believe if I did those things, I'd have the feds knocking on my door.
Okay, so he's already saying it's fake news.
Prove it. Prove it.
Right. How do you expect, though, that he will try to divert or distract from this? And you mentioned his image, and it has to be embarrassing for him that this is coming out, given that he has told everybody and lived this lavish lifestyle that he is this uber successful businessman. So how does he defend himself now?
Well, when it came up 4 years ago, he said this just shows I'm smart. I didn't do anything illegal. I just did things within the system. That is his defense. Of course, it doesn't work. It doesn't explain why he racked up these incredible amounts of losses while claiming to be such a successful businessman. But here's the bigger point. For whatever he doesn't pay, the average taxpayer has to make it up. This is a zero-sum game. You don't pay, I have to pay to make up for what you don't pay. Moreover, he claimed in 2016, it may be a bad system, but I know it better than anyone, and I'm going to fix it. And instead of fixing it, he made it even more biased to wealthy people like him.
So this all happening a day before the first presidential debate, really a golden opportunity here for Joe Biden to make his case as to why he should be president. And I'm going to end by asking you the same question that I ask every time there is a scandal around the president, and that is, does this really matter? Is his base, whatever it is, 43% of Americans, going to be moved by this new information, Allan?
Probably not, but even if 3% of his base got moved, that would make a difference. Secondly, he can't win with his base. He's got to win with the independent voters, and this just makes it harder. Look, he's 7 to 8 points behind already. Everybody says, well, Hillary Clinton was behind. She was 2 to 3 points, was ahead. She was 2 to 3 points ahead. Biden is 7 to 8 points ahead. So he just can't stay where he is. He has to make up a lot of ground, and this just makes it much more difficult for him to make up ground because he's on the defense. And the Times has said, this is just the tip of the iceberg. More stories are going to come. If this drips over the next month, That's not where Donald Trump wants to be.
Allan Lichtman, as always, thank you so much for your perspective. Appreciate it.